What is up, everybody? We are down here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are going to be doing an iPhone test between ProRes, standard format, and cinematic mode. We're going to get those nice buttery clips you all like.
It's going to be great. Let's get right into it.
Let's go. All right, here we are walking down the street, switching between ProRes, standard, and cinematic mode. All right, here we are walking down the street, switching between ProRes, standard, and cinematic mode. Pretty nice street. All right, so this cinematic mode shot, we are shooting at f4. It's kind of my preferred f-stop. I mean, it's a fake f-stop, but I think it blends between a good amount of blur and not too much blur that it looks super, super fake. All right, this is the harshest light we could find, a complete orb of sun. The phone typically looks really bad.
When you shoot into the sun, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah, it has like this very flat orange look. So anyways, here's this test. ProRes hopefully should hold down because it has more like juice in the files.
All right, here's ProRes. Skin is looking a little plasticky, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's ProRes. Okay, here is non-ProRes. Skin looks pretty much the same. I don't know if ProRes is helping here, but the file is juicier.
I mean, this is direct.
This is direct, gnarly sun. And now here is cinematic mode. Honestly, on the screen, looks pretty decent. Definitely not as much dynamic range on the phone to my eye. Kind of sick in the half-light. We go in the half-light really quick.
Was I not in the half-light? I'm gonna try to sit up on this. Yeah, typically like a lot of cinematic shots are backlit, unlike the shot we just did of direct on face. Backlit usually looks nice. Phones do have a crazy HDR capability of making like no backlight because it's like 20 stops of dynamic range, but we'll see how they look. Solid test kind of for us. And yeah, just as a rundown of how much I use these modes, I'd say I use cinematic mode, honestly, 10% of the time, maybe 5%, standard, 80% of the time, and ProRes, probably another 10% of the time. Oh, I'm burping. I'm burping. Yeah, Daddy got a cold there. Look at this ceiling. Look at this light. Is this cinematic or what?
All right, here's a selfie test. Selfie ProRes.
Ooh, that's probably honestly the best way to shoot selfie mode.
Right.
Just because you want your face to look really good.
All right, non-ProRes. Selfie mode. Cinematic mode.
All right, everybody, back from Vegas. It was a great trip. I only lost $75 because I always stay on 16 and I should have hit. Anyways, ProRes footage on my phone versus standard versus cinematic. Fun little shootout. ProRes looks honestly really good. For the amount it takes up on your phone, though, I don't think it's worth shooting in ProRes all that often. If I was just trying to get the highest possible results for my phone for client work, for a very serious project, something that maybe that was paid, maybe my footage is going into a documentary or something, then I would definitely use ProRes. It looks and holds up good enough to color grading, but if I'm just shooting for social media, everyday life, just memories, for the memes, I'm shooting in standard, baby. Take up less storage on my phone. Cinematic mode, it's pretty obvious. When there's a subject in the frame, it has that nice blurry effect. They've got some work to do cleaning up those edges, but hey, it's a first iteration. Cinematic mode also looks pretty crunchy. Less dynamic range than standard or ProRes, that's for sure. So it's more of an effect, I'd say. Use it like an effect. It's fun. It's awesome to have. I bet in the next phone there might be 4K cinematic mode. Maybe they'll do some better edge detection. It's just crazy the phone can even do this, so I'm happy for it. But imagine ProRes cinematic mode, maybe in like a few more phones. Man. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Comparisons are always fun to pixel peep a little bit. It was also fun to use this little Joby wireless mic, which I will link in the description if you want to buy it. These things are pretty fun, similar to like the other wireless mics on the market. But yeah, got this one to play around with. Kind of like a little mic vape. All right, subscribe, like, thank you. Have a great day. This view. That's what it feels like to be rich. That's what it feels like making it as a YouTuber. What's up?